from the ones who do not care.
What our friends from Extinction Rebellion have shown you is pain. Pain caused by air pollution, which throttles and suffocates people. Pain caused by climate change, which results in sea level rising, in people's communities being flooded, and in many worse consequences for our grandchildren. And the reason they've shown you pain is because we're protesting about a plan to build a tunnel under the River Thames, another tunnel alongside the Blackwall Tunnel. The Silvertown Tunnel it'll be called if it's ever built, and we hope it won't be built. We're going to try to stop it with events like this and protests and campaigns. And the reason we want to stop it is because although the Mayor's office and the London authorities say that the tunnel will reduce traffic congestion, what it will also do is result in more traffic, because more roads make way for more traffic. And that's something that researchers for decades have worked out time and time again. And even after the government accepted a report by these experts 25 years ago that said that more roads produce more traffic in very technical and detailed language, they've continued to build more roads. And what's happened with the M6 toll road? More roads produced more traffic. What's happened with the bridge that's just been built over the Forth River in Scotland? More roads produce more traffic. And more traffic produces more carbon emissions, even if it's electric cars. And more carbon emissions means more global warming. As the Mayor of London well knows, and all his deputies well know, the plans that they have for transport policy, which are supposed to address climate change, fall far short of the targets that the government and the Committee on Climate Change have laid down. and the targets laid down by the government and the Committee on Climate Change fall far short of the Paris Agreement between countries. And the Paris Agreement between countries falls far short of what is needed to tackle climate change. So that's why we're here today, that's why these people have shown you pain, and that's why we're asking you to support our campaign to stop the Silvertown Tunnel. Thank you. And Victoria's going to speak now.
Hi, I'm going to talk more about air pollution and the effect it has on children. So the Silvertown Tunnel doubles the Blackwall Tunnel. It will take 6 years to build and cost £1 billion. Constructing and operating it will emit more greenhouse gases, and it will make already illegal and dangerous air quality worse for thousands of residents on both sides of the river. Not just that, the bigger tunnel with its dedicated HGV lanes will allow bigger vehicles through, which don't fit through the Blackwall Tunnel. That means more big, dirty vehicles through our communities, and it will make traffic on our congested local roads much worse. This means more deaths, more asthma, more toxic pollutants filling all our lungs and entering our bloodstreams, and more grief. My children went to schools close to the motorway, which already have illegal levels of pollution. I measured how close each school is to the tunnel feeder roads and was shocked to find 16,000 children in Greenwich will have dirtier air. I did the same in Newham and got a similar amount. 16,000 children at least are in schools close to these roads. And Newham already has the dirtiest air in the country and one of the highest rates of low birth weights, affecting over 10% of children born in Newham. Living within 50 metres of a major road may increase your risk of developing lung cancer by up to 10%, and roadside air pollution stunts lung growth in children by 13% in London. Living near a busy road can trigger bronchitic symptoms among children with asthma. If pollution was reduced by 1/5, there would be nearly 4,000 fewer cases of children with bronchitic symptoms every year in London. Air pollution makes us, and especially our children, sick from cradle to grave, but is often invisible. 26 people die of pollution-related deaths in London every day, and that's a demonstration that you've seen today. 26 people. We in the campaign to stop the Silvertown Tunnel have done everything we can. We've had support from politicians, across parties, and from across South East London, including many from the Mayor's own party. We've had support from head teachers and pupils from local schools. We've had support from climate experts, traffic experts, environmental experts, and travel and air quality experts. We've taken apart TfL's case for the scheme, we've identified the mistakes they've made, and we've shown there's no economic case and no environmental case for the scheme. It's a costly mistake that's wasting £1 billion that could be spent on carbon emission reduction in the climate emergency we all face. And all the experts we talk to agree with us. The Silvertown Tunnel makes a mockery of all the Mayor's promises on tackling climate change and clearing up the air. And you'd think a Labour Mayor would care about social justice, but instead he's imposing this toxic monster on the poorest communities in London. And by tolling the tunnels when they're built, he's making us all pay for it too. Why is he doing this? We don't exactly know. Maybe he's made a promise to his friends in Canary Wharf, or to the Freight Road Association, or to City Airport. But we do know he's prepared to sacrifice the health and future of poor kids in Newham and here in Greenwich for some political advantage, and that's not acceptable. And we now know he can't be trusted to tackle climate change, despite all his promises. We are calling on Sadiq Khan to stop the Silvertown Tunnel, and for you all to support us. Thank you.